Welcome to the show. We have a new episode today, and it's called Creative Universe Checkpoint Earth presents Union News Twin Flame Coaches Unite. Because isn't it wonderful that we're going to go to a new stage already in the whole thing we do here in the school that I set up to help you as Twin Flame go to your true Twin Flame and be there together in harmonious union. And the next stage has already arrived, and you can just step into that because I will educate a generation of coaches. I created this wonderful method with Divine Mother herself and the Christ Masters of our time that are here to roll out the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union that I can pass on to you. Together, we created something that is the Creative ID method, and with that, you can also help people around you to go in the direction of harmonious twin flame union. And it's so wonderful to do that because it is just, it's your juicy mission that you feel to be inside of your twin flame union. Because it is actually quite logic that for very many people that come into the state of harmonious twin flame union, it will be a heart's desire to share that which they've just gotten with other people. And you will do that. Yeah, I'm sure that many of you will want to do that and will feel the juiciness of that. And it's just going to be so, how shall I say, satisfactory because, you can just help these other people with this beautiful, heart-opening, deeply healing thing that just helped you. That's just wonderful. And I want that for you. And moreover, I'm going to take you to a high ticket price market together so that it also makes financial sense for you. So that you also can get back the investment that you make into the program Twin Flame Abundance Now, the Coach's Business Edition. And you will make the price of that more than back. So that is just I was like, let's give my most generous offer, so there it is. And I'm looking for max 6 people that want that. So if that's you, I would love to know. The door to this beautiful opportunity that is once in a lifetime opens soon. And so I was like, let's talk a little bit about what is actually a twin flame union coach. And I don't know, we're going to talk about something along that topic today in the live. So there we go. The real twin flame work happens on the inside, and then it will guaranteed manifest outside. In this series of lives, I share about what that means for my union consciousness process to inspire you to find yours. It serves as the source for your daily or almost daily twin flame news. Today on the show, we have Twin Flame Coaches Unite. And let me for a moment explain why we have the possibility to become a paid Patreon member on this live and all live shows that you can find, by the way, on my channel page when you click the tab above. That's called like live shows or something. Well, and there you find all the lives, right? They're very valuable still always to listen back, the recording of. And why do I have the Patreon membership in combination with the live shows since a little bit of time? You can listen to it, of course, and then enjoy it, and that's fine. But if you want the content of these shows to spiritually work healing on your union, you invest in the messages because that's how you support your union healing. Money unlocks it. Let's step into the show. One more step. Twin Flame Union Consciousness Wisdom of the Day. Let's see. Let's clear my throat. before we go there, because it's an important moment, I guess, my throat needs to be cleared. Do you sincerely desire union now? Ask your heart this question. Sincerity is key and unlocks the real deal. Do you sincerely desire union now? Ask your heart this question. Sincerity is key and unlocks the real deal. There's something about people that can't be sincere, that always need to be sarcastic, that always need to play a role, that always need to be in the ego, that can't be genuine. And I know everything about that because all the things that I teach, I have once done wrong. So don't be mistaken about that. But there is something beautiful when you can be sincere with yourself. There's something pure about you when you can. So if you see that you can't, ask your heart and open your heart and ask for the gift of sincerity from God. And start being sincere with yourself as a first step of intimacy with yourself and with the divine, so that you can share that intimacy later on as well with your twin flame. Because this is what intimacy is. It's being sincere. Yeah. And that is a basic quality that you need to have, a basic skill that you need to own to have a successful twin flame journey. I think that's why this twin flame union consciousness wisdom of the day speaks about sincerity. Do you sincerely desire union now? Do you sincerely desire that? Or are you just, throwing up balls in the air of possibilities? Yeah, it's like a possibility that I might desire union now. Okay. Yeah, I sort of kind of maybe desire union now. It's possible. It's an option, it's an option for me. Maybe when your attitude is like that, you need to actually conclude that you don't sincerely desire union now, right? Because then you wouldn't say that it's an option. Then you just say, this is it. Of course. I feel that reverberation in my open heart now. And I accept all these consequences, and they're going to go further than I ever thought they would go for me. And I understand that. And yeah, this is just going to be such a surrender. And I just accept, and I'm sincere. And that's how you open the door to have your union now, because you are sincere. So that's an important quality to have. Yeah, maybe you're just like, well, yeah, but maybe I want union. One day I want union. But not sincerely now. Well, okay, but then be honest about that, right? Be honest about that, because your union will only arrive in the now. It will never arrive one day, only if in the future. It will arrive when you open your heart in sincerity now. And you have let go of all the options. Oh, it's optional. All the maybes, all the future projections. And only then you can have it now. And that's where union takes place with the true twin flame. Genuinely, sincerely. Let's step over to A Course in Miracles today. ACIM, lesson 281. That's the day of the year already in 2025 as well. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. and the door of the school is open. What an amazing time. Meaning, well, there's actually no door open to a program. It will within days from now. So stay tuned. But I mean, the time has started in which my school has started, right? And I worked towards that for like 1.5 decades or something. So that's just amazing, right? Okay, let's go back to ACIM, A Course in Miracles. That just brings you in the right direction for union consciousness. It doesn't speak about twin flames, this book, but if you follow it and you're doing the true twin flame inner work and you're in the right community with the right teacher and you really invest in your journey there, then it helps you tremendously going in the right direction for union consciousness. And then it's just a small click away to go to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state it is all about. So that's the beauty of this book. This is very helpful, and it is for free on the internet in completion. You can also buy a book. You can also go to my show notes that I always post after this show on my Patreon. When you're a member, you make sure that you receive the union consciousness value of this show, and you can also read things like the link to A Course in Miracles, where this little piece comes from. Here's a little piece. Lesson 281. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Father, your Son is perfect. When I think that I am hurt in any way, it is because I have forgotten who I am and that I am as you created me. Your thoughts can only bring me happiness. If ever I am sad or hurt or ill, I have forgotten what you think and put my little meaningless ideas in place of where your thoughts belong and where they are. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. The thoughts I think with you can only bless. The thoughts I think with you alone are true. I will not hurt myself today, for I am far beyond all pain. My Father placed me safe in heaven, watching over me, and I would not attack the Son he loves, for what he loves is also mine to love. Right. Yeah. I'm just taking it in myself. I accept a message in God because that's what I desire. I desire to not attack the Son he loves because that's me. And I feel that. I feel that sincerely in my heart. Yeah. I don't want to hurt the Son that he loves. I want to keep it whole. Yeah. I share this. I do. I share this desire. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Right. Wow. So that was even for me like a moment of cleansing. Yeah. I accept that. I accept that deeper. Your thoughts can only bring me happiness. Yeah. And just like tears flow just a little bit because of the cleansing away. Yeah. The thoughts I think with you alone are true. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. The thoughts I think with you can only bless. That's so true. So it's like an invitation to be with the divine in the now. Be with the divine and just sincerely choose that. And that's how you come closer to the union consciousness that brings you towards harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state that you desire, that you need to be just simply with your true twin flame in harmonious union forever after. So there you go. Yeah. So, we are all, we talked recently about also how twin flames are in the Bible and whatnot. And we talked about how the union as a unit actually in ACIM is called the Son of God. You could also say the daughter of God, doesn't really matter. But they choose to say the Son of God. And it's just this unit of the union. And like that is the person instead of the physical you is the person. And the physical them is the person. No, there's one unit of the union. That is the person. And that is called the Son of God in ACIM. That's why it starts with Father, your Son is perfect. And it talks about the Son, right? And the Father is then, of course, your divine source. So that's what that means. So you are actually the union is what that means. And the union is perfect. And the union is the Son of source, where your union comes from, where your twin flame union comes from is source. You're the child of that source. And that's what you truly are. And when you accept that in your heart, you're infinitely closer to where you want to go for your consciousness to be with your true twin flame. Infinitely closer. So that's just something I think that we today are invited to accept in our hearts. That's what you are. It's like a different identity than you thought you were. It's like a different idea than what you had conceived life to be until now. And it might seem kind of abstract, and it certainly is. And that is also because A Course in Miracles tells us time and time again that the human being is it's the union, right? It's not the body of flesh and blood, although it is here in the world, and we better take care of it real well because it's our communication vessel that we make love to our twin flames with. And that's beautiful beyond belief. But what is your true identity? Well, you're this human being that is actually the union unit. That's what you are. So you don't identify with the flesh and bone. So you know who you truly are. And that also brings the flesh and bone in true health. Contradictorily almost, but that's certainly true. I have experienced all of these changes on my twin flame journey towards harmonious union, towards, beyond harmonious union. I experienced all these changes of like thinking the wrong identity out for myself, stepping away from that, experiencing that the right belief about my identity healed my body, my flesh and my bone. I became so healthy, like you can't believe. Like my gut repaired itself completely and utterly. Like my body started to work all these like things out of it that don't belong in a healthy body. Like literally, like automatically. And there's a lot of beautiful, fitting health work that you can do there. And I teach that as well in the school. But the foundation is that you have the union consciousness and the harmonious twin flame union, therefore, as well. That's truly the basis. It's miraculous in a most literal sense. So, yeah, and you are invited to come do that as well. I see it with every genuine student. They start to experience that as well. It's only natural. It can feel as though you lose some things and you need to grieve that because you start to become aware of, let's say, the mistakes that you made, before. But that's okay. It's okay. You can grieve that. And then you start to become aware that you are truly a twin flame. And you go to the consciousness state for twin flames that is fruitful for them. harmonious union. And yeah, that is just going to take over everything and give you everything that you want from your twin flame. It's really true. It's not a story. But it forms a story in your life, how that change, how that transformation is going to work. And I'm very curious how that will work out for you. And today we also need to talk about that you then later on also will be doing the transformation for other people, and you will be the one sort of helping this other person to achieve this whole transformation. And it's beyond beautiful. Like literally the beauty that you experience in your experiential field in life is just beyond mega. Beyond mega. It's going to be very big. Well, thanks, ACIM. And we're going to go to a piece of my own book. My book, Twin Flames, Manifesting Your Abundant Life of Love. And on page 214, we have a piece that just came tumbling out when I opened the book as if it is an oracle. And this is the piece that I was drawn to. 3, self-acknowledgement and universal acknowledgement. The highest goal in my life is to be happy, states the spiritual wisdom card that is the inspiration for number 3. Which is important to know because it is not the personal deck, it is the spiritual card deck instead. Then it could have been quite egotistical statement. Oh, if it were the personal deck, then it would be the egotistical statement. But this is the soul that states it, because it came from a card deck that is the spiritual card deck. So the spiritual card deck says the highest goal in my life is to be happy. So it's not egotistical. It's meant as something in your spiritual development. However, when the soul states this, yeah, that's what I mean, it is all from quite another order. It is the moment, to be exact, that a true, heartfelt order starts moving into place for you finally. To truthfully accept and value yourself is an art that is not passed on by our traditional educational system, nor is it granted by family bonds. Our professional system does not have time for those things, and our children always seems to be needing more time than we grant our inner child. But nevertheless, it is the only way to become the full you and all you soulfully can be for others. Who desires to serve needs to start serving their own soul first, to discover the true happiness in which a peaceful earth mission thrives. Your soul essence can be entered in the exalted heart space, in the upper chest, and selenite crystal might help you to reach into it, yeah. Or ask in spirit, Hyanitas and Selenitas, the 2 divine masculine and divine feminine parts of Solara, which is my union consciousness. How we are living in the core of our soul, also close to the vibration of the planet Arcturus. To reach out to you by intention or light code healing, or ask in spirit, Hyanitas and Selenitas, the 2 divine masculine, divine feminine parts of Solara, my union, to reach out to you by intention or light code healing. Right. So your soul essence can be entered in the exalted heart space in the upper chest, and selenite crystal might help you to reach into it, or ask in spirit, Hyanitas and Selenitas, the 2 divine masculine and divine feminine parts of Solara, to reach out to you by intention or light code healing. Oh, well, I'm sorry. That just needed to be repeated one more time. That was a whole thing. Yeah, it just felt like, oh yeah, that's this whole thing. Like, you can call on us in spirit if you want to. There we are. Yeah. Yeah. The highest goal in my life is to be happy, to go back to the beginning of this fragment of the book. Twin Flames, Manifesting Your Abundant Life of Love. The highest goal in my life is to be happy. When you understand, like we just spoke about in the ACIM part of today's show, when you understand your identity correct as the unit of the union, then you will be happy, like seriously. And there's no cause for this happiness. It's not because of the weather was today so beautiful, or the sunshine so warm, or I just had a raise in my pay, or what more do we have, or I don't know. I just got a present from my twin flame and it smells so good or something. Or I had such a good night's sleep. I had a wonderful meal. I'm happy. Okay, that's all very cool. And I'm not saying that we don't want all these things in our life. Oh, I want them, all of them, right? That's a beautiful desire to have. But you're happy because you are, well, in harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, in union consciousness, to speak with ACIM. And that will just make you so, 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 so happy. Causeless happiness. And then the rest is extra, like being in nature, sharing with friends, sharing on social media, a good meal, a wonderful cocktail before the meal comes. Wonderful, wonderful options in life that are added to that causeless happiness. And it's really true. And that's what I want for you too. And I want for you to be with your twin flame and feel that. And that's what you will experience in harmonious twin flame union. And it is the true self-acknowledgement and the universal acknowledgement that you crave. Don't we all crave to be acknowledged, to be held, to be told by God, you matter, I see you. Told by your twin flame that you matter and I see you. And I care about you. And that is real and genuine and sincere. Now, what you do is you give that to yourself first in your source relationship. So it feels like we've just been talking a couple times about the same, isn't it? You're just going to give yourself this sincere value that you truly have, and you're going to completely offer that to yourself. And that is the way to become truly happy and share from that happiness. And that is what, well, I think this means that is exactly what twin flame coaches for future twin flame clients, what they do, what they are, and what they share. That's what they share. And first they give that fully to themselves. And then they can be that for other people too. That's the whole point. That's the point of the twin flame journey, of being a coach, of being that example for other people, that you first make yourself full and you feel that. And then you can also be that for other people. So I think that will be a lot of what we're going to do with the twin flame coaches that I'm going to educate. It will be you giving more and more and more attention to really allowing the love in, allowing the love in, allowing the love in, allowing the love in, allowing the love in. And so that you can share it later on because you have it, you see. So that's, actually a very simple but profound and very true foundation for becoming a twin flame coach. There will be certainly a curriculum. There will be ways to do that. There will be things to read, things to execute, things to train. But underneath it all, this is true. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. And let's see what the union and mission cards that I created myself say about this as well. All of this that we've been talking about until here. There's a beautiful green on the outside because your heart space. Because of your heart space, right? Because of your heart space that is green, shiny, unconditional divine love in harmonious twin flame union. And this is what we have. The acknowledger. Well, didn't we just talk about self-acknowledgement and universal acknowledgement? And here we are from the acknowledger series with the coin. Card 3.1 about news and how. And the text on the card says transmute value to news value. And we see sort of waves in the water of the feeling space in your heart. And then above the water, we see that they sort of start to transform into frequency waves that are like energy, that are like sound waves, perhaps. And they just vibe with the feeling waves of the water as well. Awesome. Let's have a look in the booklet what the text, the helpful text is for this card. Oh, I think I need to look it up here. Manifest Union and Mission cards. Well, where is it? Let's look it up from another side. Well, here it is, Petra. Okay. Card 3.1 is here. C 3.1. That's another one. Transfiguration is the name of the card. Let's read the union mission because that's what you want to know. And we also have a mission meaning of the card. And I will put that in the Patreon show notes after the show is over. The moment of transfiguration of the value in news value is a sensitive moment. You are now in a susceptible position to experience your true value that surfaces from your soul, that becomes visible between you and your eternal true twin flame as your union. Being in a relationship on the basis of this would make it come true to life in the direction of the transmutation of value to experience love. But beware, you cannot build a relationship mine on soul value. This will only come to light and life when you are sincere. What did we talk about? Space has the sensitivity of the soul, and community has the nuance of honesty and pureness. So it can only come live when you are sincere. Space has the sensitivity of the soul, and communication has the nuance of honesty and pureness. You can certainly set up a frame for relating, and what we will stress here, communication, such as marriage. But to exert true value, you will have to experience surrender. In practice, this can look skewed. Attention has been given and communication has been done, but the true subtle transmission of the thing meant does not take place within the current moment in itself fully. You did, however, create conditions for it to take place, though. In stating the structure up front, such as in marriage, you would communicate yourself in a certain way. Taste truly of the delicate border between what is helpful for this process and what is the level of sincerity that serves. It is a true art to make this interface between value and communicated value be organic and natural. When it is done correctly, it is intensely valuable for the receiver. You are the one operating on the interface of essential energetic value and the forms of communication in relating while actively sensing the nuances and portray them for your twin flame and others around your union. Yeah, a lot about the same. Being sincere. And you can set up structures, and they need to be set up, but it's still about the sincerity. And that needs to co-create with each other. Those structures and the sincerity. These need to meet in intimacy. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Beautiful. Very good. We are talking about twin flame coaches. And I mean, I think this is such a great topic for today. Not only because I will be educating twin flame coaches for the next time that the Twin Flame Abundance Now year group course door opens, which is very soon at this moment in October 2025. It will open for the last time, and it is intensely fit for those who want to also become a twin flame coach, besides making come true their own twin flame union by being in harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state. But also it's very fit for those that don't want to become a coach, but just want to be in their harmonious twin flame union with their true twin flame. For them, it's also wonderful. And not only that we're just right before that will all happen. And yeah, by the way, I mean, it's just wonderful for anyone to follow this course because it is already pretty genius in itself. And like the coach department, that will be an extra module, an educational module where you will be taken to become a full twin flame coach. That is still... It is a way to also go deeper in how you develop yourself to become this twin flame in harmonious twin flame union. It's just like you just double the love and the healing for yourself to go in there with the coach's educational module. And then you just have like exponentially augmented your twin flame healing in itself that you need anyway to go to your harmonious twin flame union consciousness state, to be safely and sanely and happily with your true twin flame soon enough. So that's just going to be awesome. What I just wanted to say was that we're just going to do all of that. I'm looking for max six people, right, to step in that enormously beautiful opportunity right now with me. But here's the thing. We've also been talking in these days about some twin flame coaches in the series of videos that I have been doing on my Patreon. And these are long, very nuanced videos about twin flame teachers that I sometimes already knew for some years. I knew what they were doing, or sometimes I didn't, and I just surprised myself with them and just have a look at what they're doing, and to give you just an incredibly, honest and positive, reflection on, what they're actually doing, right? Is that right? Is that true what they're doing? And that's all what we've been just touching these days on the channel. And I posted like the short, super short, like teaser videos on my normal channel. and then the long versions in which I talk for an hour about it. Very nuanced, very edutainment-like, for you to learn more about what this is all about, what the twin flame work really is all about, is on my Patreon. And yeah, I think that's just an awesome coming together of forces here. Like, oh yeah, isn't that interesting? It's all about twin flame coaching these days. And it's a wonderful privilege to do that for me, to coach you to where you need to go to be with your true twin flame in such a safe and sane and lasting place. And I loved doing that for the people that reached their harmonious twin flame union in my school, which were 4 until now. I brought 4 people in it over the last couple of years, and that is beautiful and plenty, because there are really not many overall in the entire universe at this moment. This is really a unique time we live in right now, that you can have like the first taste of what this is going to be for everyone on Earth and on all planets, right, in the universe. Beautiful time, beautiful time, beautiful times I spent learning how that works with the people that come to me for help. Beautiful time now bringing together this whole Twin Flame Abundance Now year group course and the coaches module, adding that on top of it too for you, bringing together all these forces on my social media, on my YouTube channel to talk about, and on my Patreon also in videos to talk about what twin flame coaches really are. And yeah, also sometimes by means of talking about what twin flame coaches are not, because there are most of them, like a whole couple of them, not sure how to quantify that exactly, that speak to you in videos, and they're just not real twin flame coaches in by any sort of means, in any sort of way, and you may think so, and that's, I think, very well hurtful. It hurts me because it hurts you. And listening to what they say, even though it sounds reasonable to you, is just not only not going to help you towards your true twin flame in harmonious union, but it's also going to hurt you personally and your twin flame and your union. And yeah, that's pretty hurtful too. So there's a real hurtful element of twin flame coaches when you take that topic and you see it in a broad sense, in like people that present themselves as that online, and that's just not so, right? That's a very hurtful aspect of it. So that's also part of the motivation that I have to bring at least a couple of people to fruition that can coach the real deal together with me. In the near future, that's just a whole development, and we get to know each other. You're going to develop yourself, and you're going to sink deeper and deeper in what that asks from you and whatnot. And that's a whole story, and it will unfold, and we will have so much fun there. And it will be so valuable. But that's really, so that's not something, that is there at once. It is something that needs to grow, and we're just going to work on that together. I think I'm just looking forward so much to do that together, right? But yeah, that's also a part of the motivation for me. Like, I need to start to bring that to you so that you can become a true twin flame coach, because, well, basically because of the nonsense out there too, and the sadness that I feel about that nonsense. And well, again, it will not sound as nonsense to you because you're used to hearing these things that they're uttering, and you just really might not understand that that's not right. And that is also because of, what is the word for that? Confirmation bias. Because there is maybe this false idea around. That is just something that you're already sharing in your brain. You're like, oh yeah, when I heard these kinds of things and these kinds of opinions, and then I know that this is normal, right? And then you watch my videos and then you're looking for where I am confirming what you think you already know. But it might very well be that I don't say these things at all. And I will never say them because they are nonsense for twin flame work. But maybe you still think that I said them because of confirmation bias. That's what that is called. So you can't really hear what the thing is. So that's like even more motivation, to want to educate more union coaches or twin flame coaches or even creation coaches, how I call them too. We're just later on going to decide what the best terminology is going to be. But and we're just going to co-create it all with Divine Mother and with the Christ Masters on Earth right now that are here for the union consciousness state for twin flames. Harmonious twin flame union is what it's called. And yeah, we're just going to see what exactly the name for it will be. It's already in my book that you can buy. And there I call it, I think, Creation Coach. So there are just certain things that we are going to work out together. What about that? I think that's also something to look forward to because it is going to be a real co-creation, but it's not going to be within the confirmation bias of what you think a twin flame coach is supposed to be. So that's, we need a blank slate. We need something new. We need something fresh. We need a willingness to be open because otherwise it will just never make sense. There's such an idea that, if I know a little bit about psychology, that's for certain helpful for twin flame union, isn't it? Well, only very little. And that's not what constitutes a true twin flame coach or teacher at all, because it's something beyond sane psychology that has sane psychology clicked into it and then surrendered into it. But it's something beyond that it is about, because it's something beyond that brings you to your harmonious twin flame union. And then there's also something beyond that you integrate to then be able to bring people around you that you love also to their harmonious twin flame union. Something beyond psychology. Well, that's just an example that I come up with. But there's, of course, a lot more to be said about that. And that's also why I'm going to educate a couple people to be that twin flame coach, because there's so much to say about it. There's so much to share about that. And I feel that I have enough experience to be able to really pass this on at this time, which is also a beautiful moment in time. I will be taking you to a high ticket market. We will just travel there together. And this means that you will soon be able to make money by being a twin flame coach as well. In just the divine flow of soul money that is here for twin flames and that supports you and your union. That is completely sacred. You will be able to make your own money. And I think that's just a wonderful extra that is actually not an extra. It's like pretty essential for most of you guys, right? Because you might already feel like maybe I should go to this group course of Petra, and you'd be welcome. But it costs money, and that's true. It costs money. I do charge money because I live in the world, and that's just a common denominator of how we can deal with value. And yeah, there's, of course, nothing more normal than giving that aspect of being human also a place in our interactions. So I do charge money. And then people quickly have this idea like, oh gosh, but I mean, it'll quickly be too much for me. So it shouldn't be costing too much. And people have real fears about that and whatnot. And I understand. I also had that once. And, I hope to also provide you with the actual solution of this problem by taking you with me to a high ticket price market where you can make your own money as a genuine twin flame coach in collaboration with me, because that way you will guarantee yourself that you will make the money back in time that you invest now in becoming the twin flame coach, which again is very deeply, profoundly beneficial for your twin flame union development itself as well. So that's, again, also why we do it. And again, it is so normal for people to come in the harmonious union consciousness state for twin flames that there is now, that I can pass on to you. And it will happen for you, guaranteed, soon enough. And it is so normal to, when you have arrived there, desire in your heart to share what you have reached. And that will be your mission. That's what I call your twin flame mission. It's a profound sense of purpose in the world. That's why you came together. That's what you're doing here with your twin flame. That's why you're on the earth. Why else are you here? So you probably will feel that in your heart, right? That you want to share that you want to share how to be together with your twin flame. It's very probable that at least the first generations of twin flames coming into harmonious union with each other and be successful in that way actually will have the feeling in their heart that they want to share this as their twin flame mission. To educate the other people in the world, right? We need a whole bunch of them to spread over the world and help people to their genuine twin flame union. Because there's a whole world out there of 99.999999999% of all people that still need to find their twin flame union in harmony. And you can be a part of that. You can be a part of bringing that to them. So yeah, very logic that we need you. Very logic that there is a huge market out there for you to aid. Very logic that would be in your heart when you come into harmonious twin flame union. You finally arrived and you feel in your heart, yes, I want to share that. Very logic. And then again, we're going to start opening the doors for this generation of coaches that can come in within, we'll open the door within days of now. So start preparing yourself to come in. So yeah, here we go, people. Prepare to come to the group, because you can also make the money back sooner or later, like soon enough. Maybe it's better to say soon enough after you graduated as this coach. You will be able to make that money back that you need to invest now for it. But it won't be a lot of money. That's also already true. So, it's not going to break the bank in itself. And yeah, I think that's just awesome. This is just really what I want to share. This is really what I have in store for you. This is really what I'm looking forward to. I want you to be with your true twin flame. I want that to be in harmonious union. I want you to have the 24 daily life topics in the union way, attuned to your union, such as business and meditation and healing and body and food and money and sexuality and creativity and writing your own book and co-creation and coaching and all these topics. And I want you to even go more lusciously deeper into the abundant realm of what twin flames are in the coaching education, in which you're just going to love yourself even deeper and maybe understand even more what exactly is the twin flame inner work that you need to do yourself to be in your union, and that you need to execute together with your future clients so that they get to their union too. And you just get so much more training also in what is that inner work that we do here. Very valuable, because you need to train yourself also in the habit of doing it for yourself, even for a successful twin flame union that is lasting. And so, in all ways, this is such an amazing package deal that I made for you. I'm just looking forward so much to unpack that with you soon enough. I choose now to explore the most complete depths of my being. I surrender my mind completely to God that He may bring it into perfect harmony with His. I invite God now into my very core that He may make it right, returning it perfectly to its state of eternal wholeness. I trust in the divine. I trust in the power of divine love. I choose to see that truth, that it is universally accepted by all. At the core of every child of God, including me, we are all one with our twin flames and God. It is safe for me to open completely to love now. My love is not elusive unless you command it so. But don't worry, you could not choose against love itself, because you are love itself, manifest as you eternally. If you command it to leave, love does not leave, because it cannot possibly leave, but you leave love by the power of your command. And by that same power, you can command yourself to return to love. And it is so revealing to you that love never left. It is safe to let go. It is safe to relax into love's eternal presence. Love is calling you home, and I'll be there waiting. I have always been here with you, and I always will be. Your next step. Don't forget to actually start the process and jump on the team. Actively come to our community, start doing the correct inner work, and ask the support you deserve through our services, so that we can start a relationship that will lead you to harmonious union and beyond. When you're not in a relationship, you're not on the team, and you can't expect the results I am speaking of and, in fact, guaranteeing. Currently, we are going towards the opening of the door once more to Twin Flame Group Year Course, Twin Flame Abundance Now, a new version, especially for those that want to become a union coach and make their own money. I'm looking for max 6 people to step into this abundant opportunity, and the door opens on November 1st. And here is the launch page already for you to figure out and have fun with all the elements that are already on it, creativeuniverse.earth/abundance now launch. That's it. The show notes. You can, however, support this ongoing Twin Flame live show and news as such. Make it possible as co-creator. Without your participation and financial gifts, I cannot do anything, because we need to have an energetic and verbal visual exchange for things to make sense and to know what I need to talk about for you. Also, we are on the earth, and that necessarily always works with money as a means to make sacred content actually physically flow. And therefore, I post the show notes in Patreon. Come over and enjoy. Have influence on the broadcasts and don't miss the behind the scenes experience. Patreon.com/PEJ at Creative Universe, or the link in the description box below the video. October's Patreon subscriber action is the master's reading wants to be taken up by you at this time. A very special service by the Christ Masters of this new Twin Flame times. I'll be able to grant you a piece of invaluable inner work advice for your journey. Info is at creativeuniverse.earth/reading. Normal price is €88. Special October Patreon price is half of it, €44. Please let me personally know, and I'll give you a pay link. I am Petra, in the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union since March 2020. Worked with the Christ Masters on Earth right now to roll this consciousness state out so everyone can enjoy the abundant life with their true twin flame soon enough. After going in with me right here. Don't search any further. You reached what you were looking for. Om. Amen.